Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. And if you're an old subscriber, welcome back to my channel. I trust everybody's well by God's grace. My voice is a little hoarse because, as some of you know, I lost my voice and it's back, but not really back. So today's video is a story time, and it's going to be about when I got kidnapped at 12 by my boy. To hear the full story, just keep watching. Before I start, please just like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any other story you'd like to hear, please just leave it in the comment section below. Thank you, and then let's just get started. I'll be drinking water from time to time because my throat still hurts. Let me just give a brief history. I'm 21 or 22. So I keep forgetting my birthday. I'm currently in Central University in my third year. We met when I was in GHS. We're not in a relationship, but it was like GHS and you are crashing on each other. You like each other sort of. So we didn't have a relationship, but of course it was something like an exclusive thing. I think I was just too young and too foolish. So I finished writing my BEC and I was at home waiting for my results to move to SHS, that's senior high. So my bottled water. So why is it going away? I'm coming. I was such a stubborn girl in GHS. I was like, teachers couldn't control me. I was just some type of girl. I'm sure I wasn't doing homework, I wasn't doing classwork. I had just like 3 books for all my courses. Subjects, yes, for all my subjects. My dad is a preacher man. So one time he went to preach in Winners Chapel branch, which is pastored by Pastor Kingdom at Adenta. And so it was a Sunday. He went with the whole family, my mom, my dad, my siblings, and not the whole family, but some of my siblings. And when we got there, after the preaching, the pastor is a prophet, so he was praying for the family. Then he saw something about my grades, going to school, and at the time my grades were out, and I had 5 ones, and he said I had 7 ones. And I got admission to Ghana National, and he said no, I'll get admission to Accra Girls. So in my head, I was just like, please, you're just a fake man of God because my results have already come. They came the day before, and I've already seen it, and also I didn't believe him. But that's the story for another day. Eventually, I got the 7 ones, and I got admission to Accra Girls. So after he gave that prophecy, he gave me another one, and we were with the family, and he didn't want to say it. I think just out of wisdom, he said that there's this guy that I'm moving with, and I already know in my heart that the guy is not a good guy, and if I continue to move with him, I would end up in a place I don't like. I wouldn't want to end up, and that the guy's a really bad guy. When he said it, I thank God he didn't mention the guy's name because I was with my dad and my mom. So right after he finished saying it and we left, my mom and my dad were like, you see, I told you. There was this classmate of mine that my parents didn't like. His name is Emmanuel. If you're watching this video, I'm sorry. They just didn't like you. I don't know why. So yes, they just didn't like him. So my parents concluded instantly that it was Emmanuel, and of course I didn't want them to know about any other guy. So I was like, yes, yes. So they stopped him from coming to our house. They stopped him. They stopped him from coming home. Apparently it wasn't him. It was a different guy. His name was Michael. Let me wait what his name is. Maybe he has changed and he's a good guy now and I'll spoil his chances. It was Friday, 10th, I guess, 2012. God has healed me and all, but I don't know why I still remember the date. So my mom sent me. My dad was leaving the house around 9:15. And so I sat in my dad's car. He dropped me off at our main junction and I was just going to buy the egg and bring it home. So when I got to the junction, I don't know why that day, it's like all the shops closed really early. I was coming back home. And when I got to my junction, I realized, like, give him a name. Let's say his name is K. So he was sitting right in front of his house. We lived it was just walking distance. And they had a shop. So he was like, oh, where am I coming from? And I told him. And then he said, okay, their egg is finished or they had locked their shop or something. So, but he knows a shop that's on the other street, the next street. And I know that place very well, but the whole place was really bushy. Around that time, my area wasn't what it is now. Many people hadn't really moved in, you know. So I was like, okay. He was like, you show me the place, so let's go. And so he sent me. We're walking, and I know the normal route we are supposed to use to go to the shop. But as we were going, he just was like, let's use this side. And I was like, no, this place, there's no road there. Even that place is so risky because it's only bushes and uncompleted buildings. He was like, oh, he knows a place to. It's like, okay. So I followed him. And we're passing through the story building. When we go inside the story building, he was like, he stopped. So then I stopped too. And then, I don't know, he started touching me. Let me told myself I'll be honest. So he started touching me. And I told him that this place is not even safe. Like, and I didn't like that. And the place wasn't safe. And when I pushed him away, less than less than a minute, then someone shouted from outside. Then he said I should run through the bush. And I said, the bush, I don't know what's inside the bush. At least if somebody is shouting from outside, it's better to use that side than the bush. If I pass inside and there are snakes and it's likely all those kind of reptiles were inside there. So then I stood there and then he said, okay, he's going outside to check and he'll come and call me if everything is safe. He went out. I didn't hear him talk to anybody. Suddenly, someone came inside. It was dark, so I couldn't really see. But the person was like half of me, really short. So then I should come out. I came outside. And the man started talking that he's the owner of the house. And they informed him that I'll be coming there. So he has come. And that we've been fornicating, and when we have sex we leave spirits there, and because of the filth we've left in the house, he has not been able to build the house. And that was my first time in the story building. I don't think I had, maybe if I passed by it maybe once or twice. And so he was like, yes, so I'm going to pay for it today and things. And so they started questioning me. The man had a gun. His other men, as we were talking, it's like I don't know where they came from, but it's like they were all hiding and waiting. Suddenly, this one will come, this one will come, this one will come, this one will come. So I can't count. I can't, if I give a number, I can give an estimation, but not the exact number. So suddenly we were just there, and then he started asking me questions. If you meet me outside and you try to stop me, and I don't know you and you ask for my name, I normally say my name is Gloria or Grace. So when he asked me, I was like, oh, my name is Gloria. Then he hit me with the butt of the gun, hit my head, and was like, that's not my name. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I'm telling you, my name is Gloria. Who are you to say that's not my name? And he said, so when I came back to myself, he said, what's my real name? And then I told him. Then he had this small phone. What do you call those phones? I don't know, but like and he raised it. It was color green. It was so weird. He raised it, and when he raises the phone, it's like if he asks me for anything and I give him back the answer, he can verify if I'm speaking the truth or not. So I was afraid. Mind you, at the time I was asthmatic. Now by God's grace I'm healed, but I was asthmatic at the time. So he asked me my name, where I live, who I live with, where is the house, and all of that. Then he told me that there are two options. It's either he takes me away right now, or he waits and lets me go home. When I go home, I'll go and bring him certain things. Then when he's ready, he'll come for me. But like there was no escape route for me. Whichever way I choose to go, he'll still find me and I'll still do they'll still use me for whatever it is they're going to use me for. And all this time, they didn't question my boyfriend. They didn't ask him like questions like that. It's like all the focus was on me. And so I had asthma. Sometimes I would just because of the weather and what I was wearing, the attack would just come, the asthmatic attack, and then I would faint and I'll come back, and then nobody was bothered about what happened to me, if anything. My boyfriend was acting a little bit worried. So then later he was like, okay, what option do I want? Do I want to go home or I want to stay? Mind you, around that time the men were like 10 or 15. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I was like, she should decide. Because it's like, if I misbehave, I could lose my life at that moment. And they could rape me, they could sexually abuse me and all at that moment. So I was just trying to be very careful. And I was leaving everything for them to decide. So then he told me, one, if I live here and I tell anybody what has happened, it wouldn't take 3 days, the person will pass away. And I should make sure I don't tell anyone I claim to care about. Because the moment I tell them, they are already dead. One thing I really thank God for is that By God's grace, they never raped me. None of them sexually abused me. They didn't even touch me in any suggestive way. The man kept on hammering that what they are going to use me for, they mustn't touch my body, they mustn't touch my body, they mustn't touch my body, they mustn't touch my body. And it's one of the things I really thank God for, because imagine at 12 years, 10 men, 15 men sexually abuse you. It would be a scar on my life forever. It would be a scar on my mind, on my body, on every part of me. And so, yes, let's just continue. But as he was talking to me, as they were interrogating me, I noticed that the short man, that's their leader, he's short like a dwarf. That's the truth. And he didn't have a Ghanaian accent. He had an accent of a Togolese, Nigerian, or something. I don't know. It was a mixed thing. I couldn't really pick the exact one. So as he was talking, I realized it's like he was trying to spit on me. And I thought it was normal, because some people when they're talking, they just naturally like spit on you, like on the person they're talking to. So I thought it was one of those things. And I tried as much as possible to make sure the saliva wasn't touching my mouth, just because I just didn't like it. I didn't see why. I just didn't like it. So unknown to me at this time, my dad had already called some of his police friends and like top friends, and then he had gathered some of those in the area, and they were trying to like break out into search parties to look for me. And so that was about like at that time they had held me hostage for about 3 to 4 hours. So we were still there, they were asking me questions, asking me this. So then the man said that okay, he's going to let me go. When he goes, when I go the next day, he'll call me at a particular time to do something for him. And I didn't have an option. I would do it whether I liked it or not. So I don't know. As we're talking, suddenly I heard a voice in the distance. And the whole place was bushy, you see, but I could hear voices. And it was at dawn, and every place was quiet, so you would hear. And then some banging of doors and cars and starting of engines and those things. And I heard a voice, it sounded like my dad. So I looked in that direction and I saw a group of people and some cars. And I saw one, my dad is thick tall. So I saw him and I just whispered to my boyfriend that my dad is the one in the Canada. So we're trying to shift the people's attention so that they don't see my dad. And because if they see my dad, I know my dad is going to die. That's what they told me. So as we were trying to take the attention of them, I had an asthmatic attack again and I came back. So mind you, I could have died from any of the asthmatic attacks. I just realized that, I don't know, as they were questioning me, talking, saying this and saying that, the attention wasn't really on my boyfriend. And as they were talking, a light just shone on us. And I fell down. I fainted. Yeah, I fainted. And next thing I knew, someone was carrying me, but I wasn't really struggling. I was weak. And it was my mom. And my eyes were open, but I couldn't talk. Then they took me to where the parties that were looking for me were. And then they were asking questions. And I just couldn't talk. I couldn't say anything. I was in a state of shock, and I was paralyzed mentally and I couldn't say anything. So then I started crying. Then my dad and my mom were so concerned about whether I was raped or not. So they're trying to ask me and I couldn't really respond. So my mom sacked everybody. So when they left and it was like they were outside the car and I was in the car with my mom, then I told her like, Ma, Michael, he was bad. And then when the light shone, my boyfriend and the men all vanished. They didn't like run away. They vanished like this into air. And my parents said they didn't even see them, so only me. So it's like I'm having a mental problem. And when I came back to myself, I told them that I was part. And then my mom was part of the people that were looking for me. So she suddenly started, hey, what have I done to her son? They're taking her son away. So then they said, I mentioned his name. Sorry. Yes, I'll try to blot that out. And so they sent parties to go and look for the son. And that's when I realized that if he vanished with them, obviously he's with them. But it wasn't so clear in my mind at the time. So they sent me home. They tried to feed me. I couldn't eat, and then they put me to sleep. So yeah. So the next morning when I woke up, I had like 30 missed calls. It was from him and then the man. But I didn't know it was the man, it was a number I didn't know. So then he had also sent me messages, text messages. So I checked, and then he said that I shouldn't worry, the man won't contact me again, and that he has sorted everything. He said he has handled it. So then I called him and I was like, okay, thank you very much. What did you do? And he said, it's nothing I need to worry about. And I was like, hey, I almost lost my life. So what do you mean I don't need to worry about it? Like, you can understand. I was so curious. I was very much annoyed with him now. What did you do? And he wasn't giving me any feedback. And I got angry and I kind of called on him. And later the man called me and he said I should buy. I was just a small girl. He said I should buy airtime. Tigo about 20 CDs, MTN 50 CDs, something. Mentioned some amount. So I went to my dad's room and I took the money. I was going to buy it. And then I think my mom saw me leaving the house and she said, "Ha, where am I going to?" I should hurry up and come back. And they put me back in the room. And then I told her why I was going and what was happening. So I opened up and I told her the truth, everything that happened, as far as I could remember. But I didn't let them know that the guy was someone that I was interested in. And I hate the fact that the guy is the one that told me to go to the uncompleted building from here. And then I hate a few things from them because I didn't know how I'll explain it to them. And yes, after a month, um, but the man could still control me. I could see his face, and he could just like, appear to me from nowhere. I'll be in my room, and then I don't know how it's possible, but he'll be talking to me, and I'll be so scared and all. So eventually, my dad took me to one of his pastor friends in Koforidia, and he said that the man spat on my tongue and he formed a covenant, like a bond. So if he calls me, whatever he says I should do, I'll do it, which was true. And how he even got to know about the saliva thing, they should tell you that it took like the power of God for him to know, because he wasn't there when the man was trying to spit on my tongue. I'll cut it short, but I just thank God so much for one, the fact that they didn't rape me, the fact that they didn't touch me in any suggestive way, and the fact that I didn't die, because I could have died here. And I've been through a lot of things, and after this thing happened, I guess for 3 good years something bad would happen to me. And because of all those things that I've been through, I can't, now that I've given myself fully to God, I can't see why I should be quiet on God. I don't see why people think I'm too loud about my Christianity, but I mean, should I be quiet? When I was in the world, I wasn't quiet about it. I was doing, everybody knew I was in the world. So if I've now found something that's way better than what I was in, why should I keep quiet? So I think this should just wake you up. If you think you're a Christian and you don't want people to know, you try to do it in your own kind and you deceive yourself by saying that God looks into the heart. Excuse me, Bible says that God is a God of justice, and by him actions are weighed. He weighs everybody's actions. Let's see. Okay, guys, all to soon, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, wherever you are, make sure you glorify God's name. Thank you.